My name is Smallgod, aka Accra President. I was born in England, West London to be precise. Moza, after my first year of uni, I didn't continue. I hit the street, started hustling. We were the only African family in my area. Imagine yourself being the only African that's South African that also have an African name in the middle of these wolves. You will be forced to fight to survive. 2003, my mom moved to Ghana. Ghana at that time, 2003, until now, wasn't the same Ghana you see. I ran to Amsterdam. I didn't actually drop in a rich world there. I dropped back in the hood over there where my family lived as well, a place called Burma. Coming from London, West London was just full of Jamaicans. I started getting myself into music. I started hanging around with Two-Face. Through him, I kind of met a lot of the Nigerian artists. That's that movement that was happening. Just before everything could blow to the world, pandemic. No money's coming for no artists, no show, everybody's stuck in the house. So I dropped my first album. I got the album done, I dropped my first album. It was a shock because nobody knows me as an artist. I needed to know more about publishing. I figured it out and got my own publishing with Warner Chapel. The real job is the pharmacy and the real estate. That's security. Music, creative is my hobby. It wasn't part of our dream. We're going to grow up and be in a Met Gala or Grammys or be in rooms with superstars. No, it wasn't part of our dreams. Me being African was a gift, and me coming back home was even a bigger gift. At one point, all my friends ended up in prison. They all got arrested. Then that was my wake-up call and turning point. My name is Smallgod, aka Team President, aka Gen Z God, aka Taking, aka Accra President. It goes on and on, but the name is Nana. I was born in England, West London to be precise. Moza, my parents brought me to Ghana, schooled in Ghana from the age of 5 to 14 in Ghana. Boarding school in Ghana. I moved back to London. Went back to school in London, in Moza, went to college in London, beginning of uni. After my first year of uni, I didn't continue. I hit the street, started hustling, trying to figure out how to survive, and that was the beginning of my whole journey. West London was like a melting point for creatives, and I was in the middle of this melting point of all these things. West London is dominated by Caribbean and whites, Jamaican, St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad. We were the only African family in my area. That's how the whole journey started. Imagine yourself being the only African that's South African that also have an African name in the middle of these wolves. You will be forced to fight to survive. You'll be forced to survive. You'll be forced to just stand up and stand out. And that was me. 2003, my mom moved to Ghana. There was nobody left back home, so I decided I wanted to come back home as well to see what's going on. How's it going? So I moved to Ghana. Ghana at that time, 2003, until now, wasn't the same Ghana you see. It wasn't what I was used to. I ran to Amsterdam, where I had family there. Amsterdam too, I didn't actually drop in a rich world there. I dropped back in the hood over there, where my family lived as well, a place called Burma. Amsterdam is another melting point for creatives as well. It was more music. I found myself a lot of friends that were into music. Coming from London, West London was just full of Jamaicans that you listen to dancehall music, and my friends from St. Lucia was Calypso. So now I've gone to Amsterdam, whereby the music is just house music. So I took that one in too, and came back home from Amsterdam back to Ghana because I was trying to get used to Ghana. Then I found myself with a lot of musicians in Ghana as well. Again, Reggie Rockstone, Samini, all these people became my friends. I started getting myself into music, not singing, but behind the scenes, just helping, I'll call it. That's what I call it, helping. I was helping a lot of people in the music at the time, just making sure that everything was good and pushing this music scene. I started managing Black Prophet. Black Prophet was like a reggae artist that lived in Ghana. I took on another guy called J-Town. J-Town was another rapper. I also started helping him too. Then I kind of found myself with Skillions. Skillions was like a bunch of guys, rappers, talents, was out of this world. Skillions, those that don't know who the Skillions were EL, Joey B, J-Town was part of it. These were the guys that were moving this hip-hop thing at the time, and I was surrounded by them, so helping as usual. I think I took the whole thing serious after a while because beginning I was just helping, you know. As I said, I'm always helping. I started hanging around with Two-Face. Two-Face was my right hand, so me and Two-Face was hanging a lot. I was with Beenie Man in Ghana, running around. We're playing some music and Beenie liked the music so bad. He said, oh, we should find the artist that sang the song. So I had to start making calls to find out, oh, it's Two-Face. So I called his manager, blah, blah, blah. Flew him in to Ghana. He said to do a remix of this song. So we did the remix of the song, shoot a video. I mean, as I said, I'm still helping behind, making sure all these things are happening. Me and Two-Face built a bond, like family, friendship. Through him, I kind of met a lot of the Nigerian artists. That movement that was happening. I met a lot of them through him at the time. Imagine me meeting so much Nigerian artists that was coming through or that was up already. The Banj, everybody, I met them through him. Almost everybody was my friend, like every artist I know. So these two worlds and what I know from my Jamaican world and also the Holland world, which is the house. As I say, I'm outside just trying to figure out how to bring these worlds together. There was so much things that's happening, but we weren't connected. Everybody was like in his own world, but there was no connection to bring them together. I decided to start manage Eugy Official. He's also from England. I met this talent, Wavy The Creator, another crazy one. I had a little artist called LP Toulouse. Stands out from anywhere you put him. Any room you put him, he delivers. So I was just pushing these guys for a while, you know, going around, traveling, connecting, building, getting more contacts and bringing it home. Just before everything could blow to the world, pandemic, boom, hit. Everybody's panicking. No money's coming for no artists, no show, everybody's stuck in the house. Any manager will tell you that they went through problems with their artists because nothing's happening. I mean, they have bills to pay. They have life to live. If there's no money, what's going to happen? They also have to figure out what they want to do with themselves. You can say whatever you want to say, but if there's no money coming in, that doesn't sit well with anybody. So we're kind of parting ways with most of the artists. I wouldn't say parting ways as in we were fighting. It wasn't a fight, but we all decided to do our own thing. I have my phone in my hand with about 1 million contacts. I could make one call and I get to anybody I want to get to. So as I sit in my apartment in Amsterdam, watching TV, watching Netflix, DJ Khaled comes on TV. This guy don't sing, but he's doing a good move. Like, I like his movement. I could see myself doing what he's doing. I was already doing it, but for people, not for me. I was connecting everybody with my artists, so I could do the same thing if you really ask me. So I decided to start this music thing serious now, to be the forefront, this is behind the scene. I called a few friends, producers to be honest. I told them the idea I have. I want to create beats with them. I told them the ideas and I want them to play it like that, in that kind of way, you know. Typical high life, the new sound, the new drums, you know, to create a unique sound. We got a few beats and I started calling artists. I've got this idea and I'm going to execute it with or without anybody's help. So I kept on making calls. Some came through and said, yo, yeah, we can do it. And people started putting verses on the beats. Once I got the first song done, it was practically the ball started rolling because now I could reference and say, oh, I'm doing this, but I got a song with Mr. A or Mr. B. So that kept the ball rolling. And I kept on doing it. And I started getting the music done and adding who needs to be added to who, matching with who that needs to be matched with who, getting it done. So that was the beginning of COVID. So I dropped my first album. I got the album done, I dropped my first album. I mean, it was a shock because nobody knows me as an artist, everybody see me. Nobody knows me, to be honest, unless the industry that knows me. So now it's a shock, like, yo, you're dropping music now? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it. And people now start taking it in and seeing that, oh, okay, he's actually good at what he's doing. Next year, the year after that, I dropped another album. I took a lot out, but it was a fast forward thing to explain how the music thing came along and why I'm now in the forefront of this music. I was building my label, I saw Small World, so I built my own label, collaborated with Warner on the label side. I needed to know more about publishing. I figured it out and got my own publishing with Warner Chapel. The name Smallgod was given to my grandma. Smallgod in my language, she means Akranyame. Akranyame is a name that is given to special kids, like, and I mean special kids with, I won't say powers, but kids that are not normal, like do more than what the average kid would do. So I was one of those kids that would say, I need that drink from the top of the wardrobe, and I'll not reach it. I'll find a way of bringing that bottle down. So that was me. So that's how they gave me my name, Smallgod. A monkey is like my spirit animal. If you've been close to monkey, you find out that they're just like human. This is me. So this is how I'm built. This is how my world is. The monkey brings the two worlds together, human and animal. So my one is I'm bringing the continent and the world together. So we're bridging all this together. I was a very smart kid, very, very smart. I'm the kid that you never see me sitting and learning. When it's time for exam, I will come on top. I wasn't dumb or anything, but if I put my mind to it, I always get a job done. And that was me. Who wants to be old? Yeah, there's some people that wants to be old, but with me, I feel like that's what, the youthness is what keeps the blood pumping, and that's what keeps me going. Smallgod's day starts from whenever Smallgod is up. Even if it's at 6 o'clock in the morning, the day has started. Well, once the alarm goes off on my phone, if I have a meeting at the pharmacy, I run the pharmacy as well. So if that's where I start, then that's where I start. I wake up in the morning, I go to the pharmacy, check what's happening, blah, blah, blah. Then afternoon, I go to my other jobs, which is developing. I do real estate, so I'm actually on ground, building, checking what's happening, getting materials done and all that. I go to the building sites and make sure all these things are working. Then from there, go home, have something to eat, bath, then my hobby start. My hobby is the creative. So the creative side is my hobby. The real job is the pharmacy and the real estate. That's security. Music, creative is my hobby. That is what keeps the blood pumping. So with these two, once you find the balance in these two, you're the happiest guy alive. Because normally, the pharmacy and the real estate world is a very boring life. Work, home, sleep. Wake up, work, home, sleep. Creative, you're outside. You see what's happening, what's popping. Music, club, traveling, fashion week, blah, blah, you're there. So once you find the balance in these two, your world has come together. The monkey has brought you guys together because you found the happiness. You've bridged the two worlds together. And that's where I am. Whether if it's music, I go to the studio, getting songs done, getting the right producers in, getting the artists in, recording, and making sure that my next project is getting done. Moving to Ghana, I found out that there was a lot of fake medicine that's being sold, not only in Ghana, in Africa per se. I won't say fake, but I wasn't strong enough. I mean, let's say you got a headache and you want to buy paracetamol or Panadol. You find out that instead of one pill having 500 milligram in there, you find out that they put maybe 50 milligrams. So instead of taking one pill or two pills to get better, you find yourself taking about 20 pills trying to get better. I refuse for that to happen. So to help my people, I decided to get into the pharmacy world. So now I have to do late night studies, go online, keep studying, doing courses, trying to get this pharmacy thing happening. So it took me a while, but I finally got it done, finished the courses, then got my pharmacy license, and I opened my own pharmacy. So now I import the right drugs from America, Europe, England, the right one, so that I could help my people the right way instead of hitting them with the wrong thing. So that's also a way of me helping my people. From my experience, I feel like the ends shaped me to become who I am today. I will not take that from the ends. But at the same time, I had to work, I won't say twice as hard, but hundreds times as hard to get myself away from that. We growing up, there was no rappers, there was no movie stars from my ends. So it wasn't there was no footballers from my end, so there was no part of our dreams. Yeah, we all go play football as a hobby, but it wasn't part of the dreams that you're going to be a footballer or you're going to be a movie star or you're going to be an artist. No, it wasn't. Our one was you end up in prison or you die. You make money, you end up doing sentence or whatever. You just try not to die in between whilst you're going to go and do your sentence. So that was our dream. You're going to make money and you're going to do sentence, yes. So with me, in the rooms I've entered now or where I've been or where I am now, it wasn't part of our dream. We couldn't dream about it. It wasn't something that we could dream about that say, oh, we're going to grow up and be in a Met Gala or Grammys or be in rooms with superstars. No, it wasn't part of our dreams. So I would say it was a gift being African, of me leaving London and coming back home to reset my mindset and seeing that there's more to life than just being trapped in this world that we're in. You don't feel like you have a future. Imagine you being in the hood and you want a job, for instance. You go to a job interview, they ask you for reference. You're going to give your next door neighbor's number and things for reference. And as soon as they call them and find out the address and all that, you get letters saying that, oh, the job, you don't fit in that job. And that's it. The job you were asking for was just maybe a warehouse job. Do you need a degree for a warehouse job? The system wasn't built for us to make it. It was built to break us and be in wherever we're supposed to be. So me being African was a gift. And me coming back home was even a bigger gift. Because now I saw things in a different way. I found out that life wasn't just about not just West London or going to East London or wherever. It was a bigger world. Imagine growing up in a hood in London. You hustle the whole winter, then summer you take the money and go to Napa to go and spend it. And that's what you thought, wow, that was a great summer or it was a great year. But me coming out of that world, found out that, yeah, there was more to life than that. So my one, having a team was never a thing for me. I worked alone. I think I worked better when I was alone because I was creating something and it was my dream. It wasn't nobody's dream to make my dream come true. So me trying to put people in place to make my dream come true wasn't a thing. Their dream wasn't the same as my dream. So who was I to force my dream on somebody to make it come true? Do you get what I'm saying? So I had to do it and do it so well. I know how it's executed before I put people in place. So I could actually advise them and tell them, oh, it could be executed because I've done it before. It took me a while to build a team around me. Building a team is about trust. You have to trust them in what you're putting them to do. It makes life easier. It makes the work easier because now you could be in 6 places at the same time if you have a team, instead of you being in one place at a time. There's no limits of things that I could do. There's no breaking point. If I push myself to wherever I want to do, it's possible because now it's just you against the world and it's what you have there and there is what is bringing me to where I'm going. So yeah, it's all about me. My personal moment of wonder was at one point of my life. Obviously, as I said, we were all on the street, just running around, just young, dumb, and stupid. Basically, that's what I used to call ourselves. Like at the time, I didn't know that we were dumb and stupid, but as I grew up, I found out that we were just young and dumb and stupid, that we were doing stupid things. So at one point, all my friends end up in prison. They all got arrested. Then that was my wake-up call and turning point. Balancing this entrepreneurial life and also family life, I won't say it's a walk in the park. It's hard, but you just go find a gray area to bring these two together. I mean, like my son, I go everywhere with him. He also understands why I'm out or why I'm doing this. So I'm still spending this time with him. It's not like I have to be at home and not do nothing and just be with him. Yeah, sometimes I do that. I will sit at home, watch movies with him, play games with him, be on the floor rolling around like a child. It's part of my responsibility. The kid didn't ask to come to this earth. I chose to bring him, so it's my duty to make sure that he gets the best childhood life that he could get. He will not be forced to grow and forget living that life that a child's supposed to live or learning what a child's supposed to learn. So I'm making sure that he learned that part and also at the same time grooming him to become more than me. He has a choice whatever he wants to do. I'm not saying he should be creative or he should be a doctor or we were forced to be a doctor or engineer or whatever. If you like football, go and play football. If you like computer games, sit there, play computer games. Whatever you like, that's what we're doing. That's important for the kids so that you could wake up and say, wow, I was always with my dad. My dad taught me this, my dad taught me that. I mean, it's my job to teach him how to ride a bicycle. And I make sure that I done my part. I make sure that I take him to football. Make sure that we run around so that we have that memory of how fatherhood is supposed to be. So that when he grows, he'll also be better than me or do similar things that I did with him. What inspires me? The old me. The old me inspires me to become better than who I was before. I never want to go back to the old me, so the old me always inspired me to keep going. The old me is a crazy little kid in the hood. Anything is possible. Fighting, doing everything to survive. That was the old me. I'm not proud of what we did. I was too aggressive or I was too angry. I was too out there. I was too anything negative. That was me. I had to find the balance, to find the love and find peace and find happiness within myself to make sure that I'm happy before I could actually transcend that energy to other people. I found fun in what I do. I'm having fun as I'm working, so I'm always having fun. Like, I always try to figure out it's fun in everything I'm doing. It doesn't matter if me and my boys are sitting on the studio table playing Ludo or dominoes or whatever. I find fun in that. I find peace in that. I found love in that. So I always try to find fun in everything I do. Even when I'm in the studio, we're recording, I'm dancing, I'm jumping, I'm singing along. I found fun in that. Bringing people together was a gift that I've always had. I didn't accept it. Do you get what I'm saying? So once I figured out and accepted it, life became easier. Do you get what I'm saying? People be calling, oh, can we link up? Can you help me with this? Can we help me with that? I'll be like, no, I'm not on it. I'm not doing it. So I found that I was running away from my calling. Once I sat down and embraced it and accepted the calling, life became easier. So now my thing was being in Ghana or in Africa in general. I found out that there's so much segregation within ourselves. Forget the world, just within us. So much segregations. A time whereby all the artists will be performing for different festivals. It's like competition. They're not coming together. They're all segregated, like through music, through work, wherever. My first party was about having a place, a party, a get-together place whereby I could bring all these people together to actually unwind and become the same people again, to bring that unity back together. So my first party was about that. So I created a party Fuego party. No VIPs, no security, no bodyguards, nothing. It's just about coming together and just having fun. You could be on this table with Stormzy and on this table with a normal guy, or that table with Beanie Man, next table with normal girl. So I created that party. It became a thing whereby everybody knows going to Smallgod's party, we're all the same people. There's no I'm VIP or I'm better than that or I'm better than this person. No, we're all in the same place and everybody's just having fun. And that's it. And that's how the party was, bringing them together, bridging that gap through music or through this party. That's what I've been doing, bridging the gap between the world and the continent, bringing them together. Fuego is about bringing them together through party. So people flying from all over the world to the continent to come and bridge with these people at the same place. At Fuego, that's what they do. Through our merchandise, we do a lot of collaborations with Daily Paper, Filling Pieces, all these people. The same thing, we're bridging that gap, bringing them together through fashion. At the same time, we do the same thing through music. If you listen to my album, I'm always bringing people together through music, bringing them together on one music. So the same thing, that's what I do, bridge people together. For my dad, he gives me the best advice all the time. And one of them is just stay true to yourself and be you. Make sure you're happy, that's all. He guides me through life. There's a part where we play Stonebwoy's music. If I die today, I'm a hero. That's the part that we play that music. If I go today, they have to remember me as a hero. And that's why I'm putting in so much work and building a lot of bridges. I always remembered for doing that or doing this or bringing this or bringing that together. The next generation will remember me. Champion this Play Ghana thing because, I've been around. I've been around a lot of great people. When they started this Afrobeat pushing the whole thing in Nigeria, I was with Two-Face, and Two-Face was the one that was fighting, championing that whole play their own music. And I was there, I saw it. And look at where Afrobeat and Nigeria is now. They stood by what they believe and they fought it, and now Afrobeat from Nigeria is all over the world. Everybody's accepted it and enjoying it, and they've championed it. So now Ghana, we have high life, we have Afrobeat, we have so much sounds that it's original from here. I go around clubs, pubs, wherever, taxis, everywhere we go. You'll not hear Ghana music. So just imagine a visitor coming to Ghana, walks in at the airport, you hear every music by Ghana music. In the Uber, hear every music by Ghana music. Hotel lobby, hear every music by Ghana music. You step out to a restaurant, every music by Ghana music. You put a TV on, you watch every channel by Ghana channel. We've taken so much out of Ghana. So imagine I'm an investor that came to invest into the creative world. What has that taught me? It made me know that, this is not the place to invest because they don't even have their own sound or they don't believe in their own sound. So I'll take it to where it's happening. Nigeria, South Africa, Gabon, wherever. It doesn't matter what country. I'll take my investment there. I've noticed this and a lot of artists have spoken about it before. In the December period, I'm out every day with a lot of my friends, artists. So we've gone to one particular place. We left studio, went to one particular place. Before we went out, I told the boys, have you noticed that they don't play nobody's music in Ghana, any other music? And everybody were like, oh no, they do. So we started from club to club. That night, so most of the nights in Zimba, we go to 4 clubs, 5 clubs, or wherever a night. So we went to the first place. We stood there, not even one Ghana music. We moved on. We went to another one, the same thing, not the whole night, nothing. So we end up in another club, the last club that we go to. 4 hours, we only play 2 Ghana music. That kind of hit me. We need to do something because it's so bad. It's unacceptable because if you check somewhere like South Africa used to do a lot of hip hop. From the day that the government stood up and said, he's not having that and they need to play their own music. Look at my piano now. Look at my piano now, where it's going now. Now you can actually now go everywhere in the world and they'll say, yeah, I'm a piano from South Africa. Yes, they've done what they had to do. So now, what do we have to show? We're not creating our own superstars because our own people are not accepting and pushing what we have. So how do we have a superstar that's controlling the world if we don't have our own sound being championed by us? We are one Africa. Play a percentage of Ghana music so that people come in here could also take something back. Instead of taking black soap and shea butter when they're going, they could actually take some music with them and also push the Ghana music around the world too. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people didn't want to understand the vision. So it became a lot of this and that. Why should we? In my party, I decided to do a DJ set for an hour. And that hour, I'll play only Ghana music because most of the DJs that weren't playing Ghana music were saying that we didn't have music. That's what they say. I used my finger quote. That's what they said because I spoke to a lot of DJs. They were saying, Ghana don't have music. Ghana don't do good music. I'm like, hold on. We do have music. We do good music. Maybe there's no money to promote it, but we do have it. So if you as a DJ, it's your job to find this music because it's online. It's on platforms, you could get it and play it and also do your part as a Ghanaian. Because you said there was no music, Ghana music, I said, okay, let me start it so they could see that it's happening. I did a lot of mixes. I mean, I'll take Ghana music and put maybe on my piano. If you were there or you saw the videos, you see it was crazy. So that means we do have the music and we do know the know-how. So what's stopping us from pushing our own music? It's easier to connect when you're with me. I'm approachable. This industry that we have, I'm one of the champions of what's happening. And if you're coming to Ghana and you really want to know Ghana, yes, everybody will say go to Smallgod because Smallgod will give you the real Ghana. He won't give you the Kempinski room and send you back home. I will give you the real experience and make sure that you're okay because that's what I'm selling. I'm selling Ghana. So if I'm selling Ghana, then I make sure that you take the real Ghana with you. I mean, I'm the people's person. So as I said, it's a small world. And the small world, we all link one way or another. Especially from the diaspora coming back home, we're all linked one way or another. If you meet a Ghanaian in London or America, automatically they'll be like, oh, that's my cousin or that's my brother. Because if you check the trace, you'll find out that we're linked one way or another. So it's a small world, and that's where we are. My name is Nana, aka Smallgod, aka Small Selector, aka Abontin President, aka Gen Z God, aka many names. I'm signing out. Peace and out.